Ready?
Yep.
Mom.
Ready?
Yep.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Happy Monday. It's Mom's Next Door. We appreciate you guys.
Yes.
And tuning in for the last couple weeks. We're trial and error right now. We had our first special guest last Monday.
My
Homegirl
bestie.
Marley, and she's gone, and I'm really sad.
I know. She wasn't here long enough.
She was.
But yeah,
Oh.
guys, get ready, settle in, load that dishwasher, fold that laundry.
Yeah.
and-
We're going to get into a spooky story first.
because it's spooky season.
Yes, it's literally Halloween in a couple days, and so let's talk scary.
Yeah.
I guess
but
mine's not really spooky. My story's like, it's kind of funny. Like, now that I'm a mom and I look back and see that where my mom took me,
Yeah.
like,
the places.
yeah, the places, because she thought she was good. She was really into ghosts, guys, and watched all those, like, what do you call it? Those
Ghost hunters.
yeah, like ghost hunters.
Ooh.
Well, then I think about it and I'm like, I don't think I should have been doing that. Like, what if it was real and I got possessed right there in that park? Like,
Oh,
what would
yeah.
they have done?
Oh, literally.
They run away.
Who
like,
has the Bible? Who has a Bible?
like, why'd they put me in there? But we would go to, like, all the hauntedest places in that town. And she would bring her little quarter thing, like recorder. And then she would be like, is anyone here with us? And there's one time which was super spooky. And that I still remember. It was like, what's your name? And, like, we're sitting there talking to it just like you would on those, like, ghost hunter things. And you can't listen to it live because we had, like, cheap stuff from Walmart. So we'd have to go back, listen to it on the computer. And I don't know if it was just, like, all of us together and we all, like, one person heard it. So then we just all heard the same thing.
Gaslit each other.
Yeah. But it was a time that I can't remember what the conversation was, but it literally said, Mandy. And I shit my pants right then.
No.
Yeah, because my whole family calls me Mandy.
Yeah.
And so everyone just looked at me and I was like, help. But it was like always Jay, me. Sometimes, I believe Brandon went a couple times. And then there's my stepsister Brittany. And then my mom and my stepdad.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it literally whispered my name and I was like, all right, well, I never went again. I was like, no.
Oh my
I was so scared. I was scared for
gosh.
my life. And now I have really weird nightmares.
Do your nightmares feel real to you?
Oh, yeah. My
Really?
nightmares, they are like real life. I have very vivid dreams.
Do you have that? Because sometimes I have vivid dreams, and then sometimes my dreams are like, I know it's a dream.
Yeah. There's times where it feels like it's real, and I don't know it's a dream until, like, my brain starts to catch up and it says, this isn't real. Wake up right now. Wake up right now. This isn't real. And then I can wake up and, like, get out of it. But there's, like, I can't really watch, like, super scary movies, like, anything about, like, paranormal stuff, because I will have dreams that, like, and it will always be in the place that I'm sleeping, that something's trying to possess me, and I have to literally...
That's creepy that you have dreams about, like, your house, like
like,
in
I
the
know
house you live in.
yeah, like, it's so
I
weird.
don't think I've had a dream like that, like where it's in my house, like where I'm living.
Oh, yeah.
And
And
they're always like random places.
they're intense. Like, they're straight out of, like, Conjuring type of movie.
That's
Like, the
so
intense
weird.
part, except I'm the one trying to, like, protect the house, and it's very dark, and I hate it, and I usually wake up, and when I wake up, it's at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I go, cool. So life just
Witching
hates
hour.
me. Yeah, I'm like, cool. Now I have to try and go back to bed. But I always have this weird thing, like, I wake up, and then I go check everything in my surroundings, and yeah. But
I'm so sorry, but that's so white of you. I could not do that. What the heck? You check your surroundings at 3 in the morning?
Because I'm like, my body woke up for a reason. So then I'm like,
Go pee, go back to bed. What the hell?
So I check, and I have this, like, terrifying fear because I have a baby monitor. And so I'm always...
Yeah, baby monitors are scary.
Oh, gosh. So scary. And I have this fear that I'm going to look at it, and it's going to be, like, one of the boys just standing up or something. And I'm like, so I have, like, I'm like, okay, I wake up. I know it's instantly 3 o'clock. Look at the clock. And I'm like, yep, because I have my Alexa right there. It's 3 o'clock. And then I'm like, look at the baby monitor. And I'm just waiting for
And
one
you're
of
like,
I'm like,
can do
no,
it.
I'm like, oh,
You're like, you
gosh,
can do
do it. You have to check on them. Look over, and I'm like, oh, they're sleeping. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, but do you have any scary stories or anything that you did as a kid that's
So I have this one. We lived in North Carolina. My dad was in the military. Mind you, I have glimpses of it, but it's kind of like, I only know because my mom brought it up. Like, if she never brought it up, I probably would have never thought about it again. Yeah. I was a huge Barbie girly girl, so I would play Barbies all the time. And I had a thing about scissors. Like, I love to cut paper, hair, everything. Yeah, I cut my mom's
scissors
hair.
hands?
Yeah, literally. So, my Barbies, their hair would get cut, and my mom would be like, Gianni, how many times do I tell you, like, don't cut your Barbie? And I'd be like, Mom, it wasn't me. Like, I didn't cut it. But she didn't believe me because she was like, girl, you always have scissors in your hands. Like, you always be cutting something. You've cut my hair before, so obviously it's you. And I'd be like, no, it wasn't me. I didn't cut her hair. I like that Barbie's hair long. Like, if it was me, I'd fess up because I'd be like, no, she'd look cuter with short hair. Yeah. So I was like, it wasn't me. So then so that was like one thing that she would notice is like my Barbie's hair would be cut. And then like another thing was like, I think my Barbie house, I had a lot of Barbie houses, but one of them was like a 3-story Barbie house and the doorbell would ring. And the doorbell would go off at night. Like, it would just be like, ding dong, ding dong. And mind you, I'm in bed sleeping, and my mom would come into my room, and she'd be like, Gianni, what are you doing at 2-3 o'clock in the morning ringing that door? And I'd be in bed, and I'd be like, it's not me. Mind you, I'm like, I'm not even kidding. I think I'm like 3 or 4.
Oh, so you're just a baby.
Yeah, I'm like winter size.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm like, it's not me. And my mom was like, Gianni, stop freaking ringing the doorbell.
Like, stop lying.
It. Yeah, stop lying.
She's just hoping. She's like, please.
Yeah, so then I'm just like, what? And I keep telling her, it's not me. And she ends up like asking me, who do you play with, or like, who do you talk to? Like, she finally like opened like to talk to me about it, and I was like, oh, it's my friend Kelly. Like, we play Barbies. She likes playing Barbies with me. And my mom's like, what does Kelly look like? I'm like, oh, she's a little white girl, blonde dress, wears a nightgown. Like, she's wearing like a sleepy, dirty white nightgown. And my mom was like, Gianni, who, like, for real, like,
knock this off right now.
Okay, an imaginary friend is cool and all, but like, why are you describing her? She's like, why are you describing her to me?
This is getting very specific.
Yeah, she's like, why are you
describing her? She's trying to get the mom scare, where she's like,
yes.
Is it real? Is it my child?
Yeah, so
what
then
do I
think my mom had that instinct in her where she's like, I'm just gonna ignore it. Like, I'm gonna pretend it's not there, because if I don't acknowledge it, it's not real.
Yeah.
So she would start telling me to leave my door open, which I'm like, is weird because I'm like loud when I play.
Yeah.
So my door's opened, like cracked, and she says she looks into the room and she sees me playing, and the Barbie across from me is just playing too.
No, fuck that.
And that's when she was like, oh no, this is not fucking funny anymore. I think she told my nana and her sister, her mom and her sister, and they were like, what the heck? Like, house, like, blessed, so, or apartment, so someone came in and like threw holy water like all over our house.
Oh yeah. My
Kelly stopped playing with me for a really long time. Like, I wouldn't see her anymore, and then my Barbie's heads would start to like come off. And Barbie, you know, when Barbie's heads come off, you can't, like, back in the day you couldn't like reattach them.
Yeah,
like,
so they're broken because they had the claw.
Yeah, they would break. So my mom would be like, why are you breaking your doll? And I'm like, it's not me. I'm like, you make, like, Kelly's mad.
Right
like,
now.
She's mad that you
stop
don't
it
want
right
me to
now.
play with her. Yeah, dude. So then we ended up moving to Arizona. We moved to Somerton, moved in with my nana. When we first got there, my mom's sister, the one that she told, her youngest sister, is watching me and Derek, and she comes in through the door. It's technically the side door.
Yeah.
But she comes in through the side door, but we used it as the main door. And when you walk in, it's like straight. It's like the dining room, living room, straight is the bathroom, and then a room, and then another room. And when she walked in, she saw a little girl running from my nana's room to our room. And she literally left. Me and Derek she was babysitting us.
That'd be me.
She left.
That'd be me.
Mind you, I'm 5, Derek's like 7. So she leaves, and she calls my mom, and she's like, there's this little white girl that just ran across mommy's house, and she's like, she didn't say anything. She just like ran from one room to the other, and that was it. And my mom was like, what does she look like? Like, tell me what, like, my mom, by the way, my mom's never seen the girl. I've only described her to her. Yeah. And she's like, it was like some little white girl in like a sleep gown, like a nightgown.
No.
And my mom was like, oh my God. My mom was like, there's no way this thing fucking followed us.
Oh!
So, yeah, dude. So then
When you said spooky, I was like, oh, that's great. And now
mind you, I'm like,
maybe I heard a voice recording and it said me, Auntie. Yours is like a whole fucking poltergeist situation.
Dude, I'm telling you. And I'm like, and to me, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I have glimpses of like playing with her, but like in my head, I'm not kidding, it's not scary.
Oh, okay, that's great.
It's not scary to me because I literally was like, that was my friend.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I mean, granted,
mine's
she
like
was like
the
mean
situation
sometimes.
that's like
she ripped my Barbie sets
Cindy, your TV's leaking. I'm kicking this white bitch's ass, Cindy.
Yeah.
That's my situation. That's internal dialogue that I'm having right now.
Yeah.
This scenario.
And so
I'm gonna be up in your kitchen and nightgown lady's gonna be. I'll be like, Deani, the white bitch is back.
She was a little girl. She was like my age.
I'm kicking her ass, Deani. Like,
literally.
I'm kidding. I don't mean any of that. She, like, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But yeah, and so if I'm not mistaken, I think my nana saw her once too.
Oh,
I
God.
don't know that story. Like I don't know what she saw or where she saw her, but I'm pretty sure my nana saw her. So we ended up getting my nana's house blessed.
Yeah, you're blessing everything. I think you need to be blessed.
I didn't see her after my nana's house got blessed with holy water, and I like never saw her again.
Oh.
But yeah, so that's my spooky story.
That is why I watch Supernatural. Huge fan. Because in that show, they teach you
what to do.
I don't know, but I think they do a lot of the. Well, I always skip when they start speaking Latin because that shit scares me. So I put it on fast forward mode because I said, not in my house.
Wow.
We're not Latin speaking in my house.
You're
I go
hilarious.
And then I watch it and I go, okay, now we can go back. Hee hee ha ha. But I know about the salt.
Speaking of
spooky
stories,
we're gonna get into we have lots of kiddos, so we're gonna talk about our first experience with childbirth. What a segment! What a transition into it, because I mean, as a first time mom and your first time going through that experience, it's spooky.
It's so scary.
It's spooky.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's perfect and it's beautiful. I mean, no matter what, it'll always be beautiful. But sometimes it's just, I have friends tell me their experience, and I'm like, wow. That seems very simple and very easy.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm the person that goes on YouTube and I like to type in vlogs or like birthing experiences.
Really?
Because I love to hear everyone's different experience. It's honestly probably one of my favorite things to listen to.
Did you do that before you gave birth to Eliza? Like, were you looking up stuff? Like, what to expect? What is gonna happen?
The only thing I looked up was breathing exercises.
Really?
Yeah, because the people who did tell me a little bit about like giving birth, they were like, breathing is like one of the most important things to like have
to be able
ingrained in you, because they're like, if you struggled like breathing, you'll just full on like struggle the entire time. And my friend, we were pregnant at the same time. We actually had the same due date.
Oh, really?
But she had her baby at 37 weeks and I had Eliza at 38 weeks. So our babies are 7 days apart. But she was telling me about her birthing experience, and she's like, girl, I had a full-on anxiety attack in the middle of labor. And I was like, I already have anxiety. So I'm like, I'm not going to go into a full-on panic anxiety attack in the middle of labor.
Pushing on baby.
That's horrible. That's insane to me. So I was like, hell no. So I practiced breathing.
Beforehand.
Yeah, beforehand. Like at like 30 weeks.
And
I only did it alone too, because I
know.
sounded like a whale. Okay, so I had Eliza in 2019. I was 30. I had her exactly at 38 weeks. So I was going in. I had her on a Sunday. So Friday, I had a doctor's appointment, and the doctor was like, she was like, I don't think you're gonna make it to like 40 weeks. She's like, cause I think I was about 1 centimeter, almost 2 centimeters dilated. And she was like, your cervix is thin, whatever. And I was going on the walks, you know,
doing it.
Pregnancy ball. I was doing all of it. I wanted this baby out of me. I could not breathe. She had her foot up my rib. I had heartburn to the max. I had to sleep sitting up from 9 to midnight, sleep sitting up, because the heartburn was so bad if I laid down.
You poor thing.
Yeah. I felt like a dragon, dude. I felt like there was just fire coming out of me.
Yeah. I didn't have heartburn. And it's weird because both our babies had, all our babies had tons of hair. Yeah. It runs in our family.
Eliza had a lot of hair, but like you couldn't tell because she was blonde.
That's true. That's true.
But she did have a lot of hair when she was born.
Where mine had brown hair.
And mine, deadass got hairier. Each kid, they got hairier and heavier.
Oh yeah, more meat on them.
Yeah. So, so that Friday I had my 38-week appointment, and then Saturday my mom was like, my friend works at this burrito place, Stan's Burrito. Shout out Stan's. And she was like, they have a wives' tale. They're like, oh, their salsa puts women into labor.
Oh.
And fun fact about me, I don't like spicy food. Like, if you tell me it's a little spicy, it's mega spicy to me. So I don't like spicy food at all. I'm like, oh, let me try this salsa. So I go, the burritos, the size of a baby.
Really?
The burritos are huge.
Oh.
So I eat my burrito, and then I'm like drinking the salsa too.
Yeah.
Like, bite a
said,
burrito, drink salsa.
Yeah.
And the cups are like this big and then like this round.
Aww.
And I went through like 6 of them.
Sick.
Yeah. I had the burrito Friday after my doctor's appointment. That's when I had the burrito and the salsa, which was Friday morning. Saturday morning, I wake up at 5 in the morning and I go to the bathroom and I go back to bed and I realize, dang, I'm still having Braxton Hicks at 5 in the morning. So I'm laying in bed from 5 in the morning to 7 and I'm just laying there timing them, and they're about like 8 minutes apart.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, dude, I don't think these are Braxton Hicks, because I've never had Braxton Hicks in the morning.
Yeah.
So I'm like, ooh. So I call my mom and I'm like, hey, like, I think I'm having contractions. They're like 8 minutes apart. I've been timing them for 2 hours.
And you have the salsa. So
and so
like,
yeah, so I'm like
it's
thinking like,
happening.
oh my god, is this it? And so Jalen had just got off a 24-hour work shift Thursday.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So Thursday through Friday, he was up for 24 hours. Friday morning was my doctor's appointment. We had breakfast, and then we went home, stayed up all day. So he went to bed Friday night, but like he went to bed like at midnight and then woke up at like 7. So he's up. He's still super tired. But my mom was like, okay, just go for a walk around your neighborhood, curb walk, whatever.
Yep.
So I go, and I'm having contractions still, and he's timing them. And then I make it back to our apartment, and my mom was like, did your mucus plug fall out? And I'm like, no. And she's like, okay, well, like, you should still be okay, like, whatever. I'm like, okay. So we get back to the house. I go pee. Literally, mucus plug.
Oh.
And I'm like...
the mucus plug is so gross, but, like, I was like, bleh.
Yeah, no, literally. So I'm like, oh, my God, I think this is my mucus plug. So I call my mom again. I'm like, hey, is this it? And she's like, yeah. And Jalen's like, let me see. Yeah. And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, you nasty.
You didn't let him see it?
I did.
Oh, okay, I was like, I would totally show.
No, I did. But I was like, ew,
Alex
no. And he was like, no, I want to see what it looks like. And I was like, ew. So
he's preparing for the birth of your child.
He
so
sees
like,
it, and he's like, that's disgusting. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here,
now I'm
you
insecure.
Dick. Yeah, I'm like, you dick, this just came out of me.
Yeah, like, are you kidding
like,
me?
Yeah, it's disgusting, but why do you gotta say it?
Yeah.
So anyways, so then I had a whole birth plan, and I was like, okay, now let's like go along with the plan. Had to pack the dog up. Jalen packed his hospital bag. I'm cleaning the house while he's doing that. We go to get a car wash, because the outside of the car for some reason needs a car wash. And then we pick up lunch, go to my mom's house, and June time, so hot in Arizona, like it's like 107. And every hour, my mom's like, go around the block, go take a lap. And I'm like, I'm burning up from the inside out because it's so hot. So I'm curb walking every hour. And then after curb walking, I'd get back to my mom's house, eat a meal.
Yeah.
Just like on rotation. My cousins were there because they wanted to watch me like labor, which they were my little cousins. So I was like, yeah, come experience it.
Birth control.
Yeah, literally. I was like, my mom did it to me. I'll do it to you guys. So they got to watch me labor. And then around 6:30, I had the biggest contraction. Like, that was like, they say you know you're having contractions when you can't talk through them or like move. Literally, I was on the birthing ball and I was like, and I was like literally like had to breathe through it. And then I was like, that hurt. I'm scared. Let's go to the hospital.
Yeah,
I was like,
this is happening.
Yeah, I'm like, this cannot actually be what a real contraction feels like, because I'm gonna freaking die.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
This is a what?
So I go to the hospital, and I'm there from like 6:30 to 10. And granted, they probably shouldn't have sent me home, because they checked me when I was in triage. I was like almost 2 centimeters. I was like 70 or 80% effaced. And then I was there from 6:30 to 10, and they were like, have you slept at all? And I was like, no, I've been curb walking and just eating. Like, I haven't napped or anything. They're like, okay, well, you actually need a lot of rest to like give birth. So they're like, we're going to give you a shot of morphine to help with the contractions. And we're also going to give you a shot in your ass to put you to sleep. Well, not put me to sleep, but like, it'll help me go to sleep.
Yeah. You're like,
and
I
was
need
like,
to sleep. I need this baby
And
out.
I was just like, it's my first experience. So I was like, okay, like, obviously, like,
I
if they're
trust them.
recommending
Yeah.
it, then I need it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, give it to me. My freaking ass cheek hurt like a motherfucker. Sorry. Then I go home, and as I'm walking out, the front desk lady, I'm walking, and I had to stop because my contractions are now 2 minutes apart. I stop in the front desk, and I'm like, and she's like, honey, no, go, you're supposed to walk in the back. And I'm like, I'm not walking, I'm going home. And she looks at me like, going home, honey, you're like about to give birth.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know that breathing, that's
Yeah.
about to give birth.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, I have to, they're sending me home. And I was like, I have to come back
That's
later.
crazy.
Yeah, literally. So I go back to my mom's house. My brother decides to have game night. All his friends are in the living
Him
room.
and his old boys
Yeah.
just sitting
And I'm just like, don't mind me waddling with a freaking bowling ball in between my legs.
Oh.
And my mom sets up my brother's bed. He has like a California king. She puts towels all over it.
Yeah.
And I'm just in his room. His room is right next to the living room.
Yeah.
Doors open, and I'm just in there every 2 minutes, like laboring.
They're like, shut up.
Literally, they're like, we're not doing game night anymore.
Yeah,
Derek,
they're
at your
like, I'm
house."
gonna go home. Actually,
Yeah,
I don't
they were
wanna
like
hear
this.
They're probably
Who?
so uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah, who wants?
teenage boys just sitting there
Well,
like.
they're not teen. They're
They're
not.
not?
No, my brother's older, so his friends
Oh,
are like
I
late
think
20s.
Oh, I think I'm getting him.
Or
in.
not late 20s, early 20s. They're like all like
I always
20,
thought he
21.
was like a teenager.
No, Derek's 2 years older than me. Drake is 14 years younger
Even
than
2
me.
years older than you. I think he's just like a little teenager.
Oh no.
I'm like, yeah, he's
No,
like
it's my
16
That's
years
my big
old.
bro.
Oh.
My big bro.
So you're in Big Bro's bed.
Yeah, which, sorry, dude. My I, not gonna lie, think he still has that. Actually, I don't know if he still has that
He
bed.
just carried it around. He said, I flipped it around. It's fine.
Yeah, he's like, it's fine. You labored on that side. I sleep on this side now.
He brings bitches over. He's like, yeah, my sister, her water popped in this bed. So lay over on this side.
Dude, that's so funny. But yeah, so not even 30 minutes of being at my mom's house, I'm laying there, contractions going, and Jalen's timing them, and I go, oh, here comes another one. And like, for like a millisecond, the contraction stops, and then I just hear,
Oh.
and it was just like that, and then my
Ugh.
thighs just
Yep.
get warm.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my God, my water broke. And Jalen goes and knocks on my mom's door, and he's like, Deani thinks her water broke. And my mom's like, she thinks. And so my aunt is there too. And so she's like, come on, like trying to get me off the bed. And once my water broke, it was like a tsunami of contractions. Like they got so much worse. I couldn't move. I couldn't speak. Nothing. I could just like moan and groan. Like that's it, to like breathe through the contractions. And so my aunt's like trying to lift me off the bed, and I'm like, I can't. And she's like, no, you have to, like, you need to get to the car. And I was like, I can't. And the contraction was not going away.
It was just
So finally I get up, holding a trash can, waddling with my wet leggings to the car, and
trying not to throw up.
as I'm trying not to throw up. As I get to the car, they put a towel on the seat. Another contraction hits, and my husband's car was like super low to the ground. So my aunt's trying to put me in the car, pushing my head, and I'm like, no, wait, it's happening. And she's like, no, get in the car, Deani.
You're not having this
And
baby
I'm like,
in this
I'm
sidewalk.
like, I can't. Like I could not sit down.
Oh my God.
Get to the hospital. In the hospital, like for labor and delivery, there's like a roundabout. So like you literally park in front of the door. You can leave your car there, put it in, what's the signal? Whatever.
Yeah,
Flashers on, and you can like wheel your significant other into the freaking hospital. And Jalen's like, okay, get down. I'm gonna go park the car. And I'm like, bro, I
Uber.
can't walk. Like,
He said, your Uber.
has arrived.
Yeah, go ahead and get out now. You're
Yeah.
at your destination.
And I'm like, you need to go get a wheelchair and then wheel me back there. And he's like, oh, I can't just leave the car here. And I'm like, this is literally what the spot is for, dude. It's literally
get out
what
of
it's
this
for.
car right now.
So he's trying to argue with me, but I'm like, dude, this is literally what it's for. So he gets out, gets a wheelchair, wheels me back. And literally I get to the triage and they go, she's back. And I go, well, yeah, you shouldn't have sent me home in the first
I'd be
place.
so mad.
So get to triage and I'm like, give me the epidural. I'm like, give it to me. Give me the epidural, because I told them prior what my birthing plan was, and they were like, oh, you get it,
And
like
you knew,
in your
did
room.
you know about the size of the needle of the epidural?
Oh yeah. I saw YouTube videos. I watched like actual YouTube videos of women giving birth unmedicated and medicated, and I said, medicated, check.
You said, never?
Yeah. I was
Oh.
like, I'm never gonna give birth unmedicated. If I do, just break my neck, please, because I do not want to feel that pain. Oh my gosh.
I feel it. Same page. Same
Yeah.
page.
So I'm like, give me that epidural, give it to me. And she's like, no, you get it in the room. So they put me, I change into the gown, whatever, and I'm in the wheelchair. Mind you, I'm still having contractions, and as I'm in the wheelchair, a contraction's about to start, and I'm like, stop, and Jalen's not listening. He still keeps wheeling me, and I go, I said stop! And the nurse was holding the door, and she looks at Jalen, she goes, maybe I should push her.
Yeah.
And Jalen's like, oh my God. So he like, let's go to the wheelchair. He holds the door. The nurse is like waiting for my contraction to go away. She's like, are you done? Did it go? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. So she wheels me into my room. And then the epidural, hallelujah, praise Jesus, it was waiting for me.
Was it?
Yes, it was in the room.
You opened the doors and said,
you literally.
Like the intro to Halo.
So
just
happy. And so they get me to the bed, and Jalen's like trying to like put our stuff down and like get situated. And I'm just like, get out.
Yeah.
I'm like, get out. I can't
Just
even talk. And he's like, get out. He's like, why do I need to get out? Like, what's going on? And the nurse was like, oh, you can't be in here while she gets the epidural. Just stand outside the door. It's like 10, 15 minutes. Like, you can come back in. So I get the epidural. The shots that they gave me before I left, finally kick in. So the morphine kicks and the sleeping shot kicks in. So I'm
out like a light.
Zonked, bro.
Out like a light.
Literally, I'm zonked. So for some reason, or you can only have 3 people in the delivery room. My mom was there, obviously. Jalen's there, obviously. For some reason, my dad's there. I don't know why. I don't know why this man's sitting in the corner.
He didn't know how to leave. They probably rushed in there and they didn't realize you were going to be spread eagle. And he said,
so he's just in the corner.
He didn't know when to get
literally, probably closest, like farthest
he didn't
away.
Know when to get up.
Yeah, farthest away from me.
He's probably just like, how did I get myself in here?
So I get the epidural.
Because you're naked, right?
Well, I have the gown on, but my legs are like.
Oh, you're ready.
Well, once it took a while for me to get up there.
Okay.
So but they check me after I get my epidural. Because I was like, you're not checking me while I'm contracting. Like, there's no way. So I get the epidural. Epidural kicks in. She checks me. I'm now 8 centimeters.
That's
so
crazy.
She's like, you're almost ready
really?
in 30 minutes. And I went from like a 1-2 to an 8.
That's crazy.
Water broke by itself, everything. So I'm like, okay, like I'm about to give birth. And so fast forward, it's time to start pushing. I'm at 10. So I'm like, okay, so I'm pushing and I'm falling asleep as I'm pushing because of the freaking shot. So I'm like, they're like, chin to your chest. And I'm like falling asleep. And so I guess Jalen texted my best friend, Alyssa, that I was in labor.
Yeah.
Alyssa, Mabel, and Marley are three little girls out at a bar. Get a text, Gianni's in labor. Marley's like, I don't even know how we got to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you guys made it there because Marley and Mabel and my dad have a picture of them waiting outside in the waiting room. And Alyssa comes in and they're like, oh, there can only be 3 people in here. My dad gets up, runs out the room.
He said, found it. There's my opportunity.
And I feel so bad because like he had to like walk past my legs all up in the air. And so he runs out, and that's when I realized, I was like, what the hell was my dad doing in here?
The whole time
I didn't even know he was in there.
TikTok didn't exist then, so
no.
he can't even be
He's
scrolling.
Probably on, like, Facebook.
Yeah, he's like,
my daughter's in labor.
Hope she has a peaceful birth. Wish us well.
But yeah, so he runs out. Alyssa comes up. She's holding my leg, and she's like, Diani, hi. And she is drunk. So she starts talking to me.
Comes back.
Bro, the alcohol smell, I go, bing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm ready. I could push now. Because the smell of alcohol on that girl's breath. Love you. It helped me. But, oh my God. It got me through it. But
I'm buzzed now.
Yo. Yeah, I went from high to buzz.
Yeah, you said, wow.
Yeah. So she's talking to me like, you got this. Like, telling me to push and everything. And I'm up. Finally, I pushed for almost 2 hours.
Oh,
and
my
had Eliza at 1:51 in the morning. And as the doctor pulls her out, first thing she says, she pulls her out and goes, oh my God, she looks just like Dad. Boop. And then hands her to me.
Whose goddamn white baby is it?
I said, cool. Whose goddamn white baby
Whose goddamn white baby?
That's your baby. She's just light-skinned.
Every time I see you kids, I go, whose goddamn white baby is this?
No, literally.
Then I look at their dad and I'm like, okay.
Sense. Yeah. But yeah, so that was,
what an experience.
Yeah, that was my birthing experience with Eliza.
It.
And it was honestly, in my eyes, it was perfect. Like, it went the exact way. Like, if I wrote it down,
that's how you
pretty much went the exact way. Other than them sending me home.
Yeah, that's
and then 30 minutes later, my water breaking. I'm like, y'all could have just sent me on one more lap.
And, like, I feel like that's, like, extra work Like, that has to be extra fees, extra
Well,
paperwork.
also, yeah, because
like,
you have to sign in at the front desk.
Yeah.
So I signed in at like 6:30. Literally same page, just like 3 people down. I
sign
signed in
back
again
in.
at
That's
10:30.
so messed up.
So I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, you guys are. And mind you, I'm having contractions, water fucking leaking all
everywhere,
over.
and you're like,
yeah,
cool.
and I'm like standing there writing my name.
like, I'm glad I went home to just
yeah, to pop my
water
water
and clean
and
it
then
up
my
myself.
brother's friends
They
got
probably
to
just
witness.
didn't want to deal with the water
and
popping.
they got to like, how embarrassing. Yeah, that was my labor birthing experience, and I have 2 more, but we'll save those for a later time. Hey guys, so a few disclaimers. This is gonna be, I believe, 1 video, but the recording stopped after I gave my birth story, so we have to rewind, and Miranda's...
Do another take.
Yeah, do another take. Miranda's gonna say her birth story with Frankie.
Yes.
And
so we're wearing different outfits.
Yeah, different outfits, different hair. Hello. It's all my hair. It's real. Okay, inches. Thank you.
So it's mine's real too, except these feathers.
Yeah, she had a Kesha moment. Those are all the disclaimers. And
had to restart. Yes. Now here we go. Fully in different outfits.
Yeah.
And
but it's fine. Miranda's gonna get into her story about her little spooky story on how her labor and birth went with my little Frankie dude. We're both wearing green.
I know.
Period.
Wicked. That's why I did it for Wicked.
And then my pink cup. Yeah. Pink goes good with green.
Blue. But my birth story.
Let's get into it.
My mom drove up from Arizona. It was my last appointment, and we lived about 40 minutes in the middle of nowhere on the outskirts of town.
Dang,
but yeah, so they did a good stretch drive. It was getting close because my due date was coming up. We didn't know when I was going to have him, and then Steve was working, so he had only an X amount of time to be there, and then they had to leave.
Yeah.
So they were all stressed out, and we were worried. But I was going to get induced no matter what, so that way, because I was done being pregnant, and they wanted to meet their first grandbaby, so I was like, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So they drove all the way up. It was my last appointment, and they literally just got there, and I had to head off to my appointment, and Steve left to go to Lewiston to visit his family.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so he dropped my mom off, left. My mom doesn't drive, and Alex was like, you guys go to this last appointment. Like, it's the last pregnancy appointment, and Alex wanted my mom to experience it, so he sent us off on our way, and we drove into town. We got there. They checked my blood pressure, and it was really high, so the doctor admitted me, which was convenient because my doctor's office was right across from the hospital.
Yeah.
So we had to just right over to the hospital, but that was during COVID and the whole lockdown. So it was masks on, only 1 visitor per appointment.
That's good that they let her in, though.
Yeah.
Like, with you, because even with me in New York with winter, they wouldn't even let Jalen. I don't think he could go into the building with me. Like, I had to go to every appointment by myself.
Yeah. They allowed 1 visitor, and then with the hospital, I just missed. I don't think it happened, but I think there was a lot of places not allowing anyone in for birth. Yeah. And so I was really stressed out, and it was. It felt like the end of the world.
Like, even for the birth.
Yes, because I was like,
the dad can't be there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And the movie, The Quiet Place, just came out, so I was like practicing in the tub. I was like, if I had to give birth in this tub, then it may be.
Also quietly?
Yeah, like, that was like a fear of mine.
No.
And I also watched a lot of, what's it called?
Oh, TLC.
TLC, yes. Didn't know I was pregnant.
Yeah.
And so I was also scared of a toilet birth. Because I was like, I'm gonna go to the toilet, and it's
just prepping yourself
I also
on all the
I didn't
wrong...
prepare at all.
Yeah, but it sounds like you did, but in the wrong ways.
In the wrong ways. Of the, like, not what's really gonna happen, but could possibly happen.
Not the realistic, but the slight chance.
It may happen. So I'm sitting there thinking, like, birth is just gonna be fast. It's just like the movies, like water pops, boom, baby, boom, push. You think you're pooping? Nope, it's a baby in the toilet. Like, that's what I'm thinking this whole time. But back to the birth. So my mom's there. She says, your blood pressure is way too high. We need to admit you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. My mom's also freaking out because we both are panicked together. And also, this is her first experience of her daughter. Like, I'm the first one to have a baby, so it's her first experience as well. So we rush over to the hospital. Again, she can't drive. So I'm like, can she go back with me until my husband gets here and then we can figure something out? And they're like, I don't know. So like, this is us over in the hospital. So we're over in the hospital ready to go back in the room, and they can't guarantee that
they could swap.
Alex and my mom could swap. And I was like, oh, Mom, peace. And I'm already nervous, but I'm like, I gotta do this by myself. And so they just roll me off, and my mom's like, full panic. And she calls Alex and doesn't translate that I'm okay. I just have had high blood pressure. She's really anxious as well. So she's like saying to him, basically, I don't know what she's saying, but he thinks I'm pushing. So something happened in that translation where he's 45 minutes away and he thinks I'm giving birth right now. So he leaves the house a million miles per hour, going down back roads. I'm in the room finally by myself. The nurse comes in, she checks my blood pressure again, and she just says, wow, usually we start treatment at that high of a blood pressure or something like that. Like basically saying I'm dying in my terms. Like she didn't say those words. But she said, you're dying, have fun, and then left me a robe, so I didn't know what to do. So I just got naked, naturally, and said, I'm going to put this robe on. She didn't tell me to put the robe on, but I guess I'm either dying and they're going to rip this baby out. I don't know. So then I start crying because I'm, like, panicking. And I'm by myself, and I'm like, oh, here, I'm always by myself. I'm always doing these things by myself. And then they come back in, and I think it was a new nurse. Maybe it was the same nurse. I can't remember. But they had snacks this time. And they offered me, like, drinks. Like, made me comfortable. Got me some water. Got me some drinks. So then the tears went away and I stopped panicking. And then I just kind of relaxed. And then Alex is getting escorted into the room. And the facial expression he gave me was not like a sign of relief, but like a almost disappointment, because he was expecting me to be pushing.
Oh, because he thought you were full-blown giving birth.
Yeah. I had, like, drinks, and I'm sitting there, like...
Just drinking your soda.
Drinking some eating some snacks, drinking some soda, and he, like, runs in thinking I'm pushing, and he's like, oh, you're just relaxing? That's great. And then fast forward, doctor's like, do you guys want to stay? We can just admit you, and then we can start this, and start inducing you. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, why wait?
Yeah. So she starts inducing me that night. They try to give me sleeping pills, because I keep peeing as, like,
the
pressure, the pressure, I guess contractions, because I felt them for the first time with Casey, and I'm pretty sure I had that during that. I don't know. But, so I kept peeing.
Do you have a high pain tolerance?
I don't really know. I want to say yes, but then, like, I don't know.
I just find that so odd that, like, you don't, because, like, with me, oh my God, a contraction hit, and I was like, like, they literally say you can't talk through them, you can't move through them, like, the whole world literally, like, you start talking, I'm like, shut up.
And you're just like, don't talk.
Yeah, I told the nurses to shut up.
Mine just felt like they were...
That's so crazy.
I mean, once it got down to, like, pushing and, like, a contraction, that was something.
Oh.
Because, so they started me on Pitocin, they gave me a sleeping pill. I only took half of it because I have trust issues, and I, again, thought I would sleep through my labor. I thought, I'm going to take this and I'm going to push out a baby
I'm going to wake up and my son's going to be here.
So I'm so nervous. And so fall asleep, wake up, I get checked the next morning, my water pops, and from the doctor checking me.
On accident?
On accident.
Dang.
Yeah, early in the morning.
She had her hand up there.
Yeah, she said, check, and it's nothing. I'm not even ready. Like, there's no dilated. Movement, nothing. And they already had me on Pitocin, so there's been no movement throughout the whole night.
Dang.
Yeah. It was like it just stopped. I mean, it wasn't even going.
Because I know they do Pitocin in, like, increments. Like, they can up it.
Yeah. Yeah. So they might have upped it. I can't remember. It's all vague. All I know is water got popped, and then an hour later I said epidural. Because I thought water
You thought
pop,
it was so fast-paced.
Yeah. I was like, water pop, epidural. I'm too scared that I'm going to feel it.
I don't want to feel it.
Yeah. And then they're not going to give me an epidural. Because that's what people say. They're like,
they're too late.
Yeah, they're too late. I was an 8, and then they said, no epidural for you. And I had to do it natural. And I'm like, wow, not going to be me.
Yeah.
So instantly, as soon as I could, I said, yeah, epidural. Mind you, I didn't eat until the night before. So I didn't have breakfast. And then I'm like, yeah, put this epidural in me. And I wanted to get it over with because I didn't do my research. And I found out late that the epidural needle was not just like a shot in your arm, because
Jesus
I thought they would I thought it was going to be like a quick shot in my back, and it wasn't until I talked to my best friend, Cassandra. She said, Miranda, do you know what an epidural needle is? Have you seen an epidural needle? Yeah, and I said, no, it's like the shot. Like, they're just going to give you a shot. No.
It's it's considered a procedure.
Yeah, I realized that when they started, like, getting a different person in.
Yeah, an anesthesiologist. Yeah.
I said, wow, and they had me sign documents. I said, this is not a flu shot.
Just in case you become paralyzed, you can't sue us.
yeah, literally. I was like, this is weird. I thought I was just going to put a Band-Aid on it and I wouldn't feel anything. No.
Oh, man.
But then I got my epidural, and I will tell you, I do like epidurals because they just relaxed my mind.
Yeah.
No,
they do.
The toilet baby thing I thought was going to happen, gone.
Yeah.
I said, baby, who? Not us.
I feel, as crazy as it sounds, I prefer the shakes over anxiety. Because
for sure.
The anxiety you feel when you're about to give birth, prepping yourself, and, like, no matter how much prepping you do, you're gonna be anxious. You're gonna be nervous because it's our first. You don't know what you don't know what's coming.
I'm not prepared. I never was a baby person, but when I was little, I told my mom I'm never having babies. I'm never getting married.
I always said I was gonna adopt.
I said none of that. I said I'm not gonna be a mom. So I'm now becoming a mom over like a span of like a day. Like obviously, obviously it takes longer, but like you poop one out fast.
Yeah.
So. Mind you, didn't eat. So I had dinner the night before. Don't eat breakfast because nobody also tells you when you get the epidural, at least they didn't tell me, that you don't get food.
You can't eat while on it.
No.
Yeah.
So I get my epidural. I'm finally like chillaxed. I'm like, oh yeah, this is fucking great. I'm on cloud 9. I'm not worried about anything. And I'm like, I just want a fat cheeseburger. That would just make this so much better.
Miranda said, hit that room service button real quick.
Yeah. I said, God, they said free meals. Oh yeah.
I said, give me a cheeseburger.
And I've been eating good this whole pregnancy because Al's dad,
the homie.
He 38-ounce steaks. It would be T-bones. It would be ribeyes. It would be New Yorks. And when I tell you he throws down on that grill, he throws down. And he didn't just make steaks. He made like mashed potatoes. He made dessert. And so I ate good.
The whole shebang.
So if I went like 2 hours of not eating, I was hangry.
Oh my
hangry because I had the bottomless pit. Like there was no thing inside that said you're full, stop eating.
No kid up your like pushing your stomach up to your
I got used to it and I said, hey,
oh my god,
I'm going through this boy needs to eat.
Yeah, you said at
and
least
Alex's dad said, I will make sure you're eating. That's my grandbaby in there. And every time I saw him, I swear he said, so do you want New York? Do you want ribeye? Do you want cheesy potatoes on the side? What do you want for dessert? Brownies? And I said, all of it. I said the way to my heart.
Yeah.
Like, oh God. Oh, okay, don't go on that tangent. I love that food so much. I'm like thinking about. I'm drooling.
I think I'm gonna go.
I'm drooling.
I think I'm gonna go place an order.
I think I need to text him right now. I'm gonna head out actually. We're going there right now.
I need a steak.
Yeah, but so I didn't get my cheeseburger because they said, "Sweetie, you can't eat on the epidural. I can get you some wheat bread and honey, not peanut butter." Honey.
Not butter.
Not butter.
What?
Nothing. Just honey. They said we have honey. I don't know if they're out of everything else or that's all I could eat.
But I feel, what's the difference between honey and freaking jelly?
Yeah.
Like, why not just give me some jelly?
I also, actually, now it's coming back to me. My nurse was pregnant and she just gave me honey. And I felt bad for her to go back because she was pregnant. Like, big old pregnant.
Aww.
So I felt bad for her to be like, oh gosh, she gave me honey and not peanut butter, and so I just ate the honey and bread.
Oh, people pleaser.
Yeah. I said it was dry. It was cold.
And it was honey.
But so then literally fast forward because nothing happens for this whole time, and then it's nighttime now. That happened around noon, 10ish, and then so now it's nighttime, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to get this baby out, and there's been no progress because I'm starving. At this point, I'm
you actually
literally dying.
Yeah.
And so then we start to talk about C-sections, and Alex starts to get nervous because nobody's acknowledging his existence. He's sitting in the corner, and we're not married. So he's like, they're just not listening to me because maybe I'm just a boyfriend and they don't know if I'm even be involved in this baby's life. So he's like, I just feel like I'm just a fly on the wall, which is very valid because the nurses would come in and they'd be like, there's been no progress. What do you want to do? And I said, I want a cheeseburger. What do we have to do? And they'd be like, well, C-sections aren't that bad. And I'm like, sweet, cool. I don't care. And then Alex would be like, well, have we thought about the option? And we just look at him and then we go, anyways.
Any feelings are coming out.
His feelings? Okay.
Valid.
And so valid. So it's also his baby too. Like we're sitting there and then I'm like, just call your mom. Your mom will tell you it's normal. Like it's fine. Like this is a normal situation.
Yeah.
We're not just a number here because he was feeling like a number too. He was like, they're just trying to push us out and get more babies in here to birth. And I'm like, this is not a transaction. Like
also it is COVID, so they're like, the less time you have to spend in here, the better.
Yeah, that is true. That valid. Okay.
Yeah.
And so we talked to his mom. His mom's like, no, she's been on Pitocin for a while. There's no
water
progress.
already broke.
Your water's broken. And at this point, it's like, you might have to do this. Like, this might be something that's going to have to happen.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm like, cool, awesome. You got your validation. You know we're not crazy.
Yeah.
We're not just getting pushed out. I look at the nurse, and I'm like, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and do whatever we need to because I need food, and I want to eat, and I just am.
Yeah.
I'm not even feeling pain. I'm not feeling anything.
Yeah.
Really.
You're just like, I want my food.
Yeah. I feel like maybe I'm feeling a little discomfort. And mind you, the whole time, I asked about the epidural. I didn't know there's a epidural button.
Yeah.
So I'm not redosing myself. So the first dose was in the beginning. So I've never hit the button because I thought they kept telling me it's going to call a nurse in. And I'd be like, I don't need a nurse.
You thought they were telling you to click the nurse button.
Yes. So No,
there's literally an epidural pin that
so,
you click in it.
So I didn't do that, which I kind of want a refund on that, to be honest.
Dead ass? Probably. You got one dose of epidural.
And
That's it. And you were in labor for hours.
I got another one at the end because that's when I started to feel like
That's
when it started to be like.
You got 2 doses.
I said, no, Will, let's be factual here. No.
Yeah, let me, you could do the list. You can ask them.
Itemize.
The itemized list. Yeah.
But so then I do another dose because I am starting to feel uncomfortable and I just don't know what. Like I can feel everything.
Ooh.
And I'll put in a video or an image right here because this whole time they're trying to get me to progress.
Yeah.
I'm on all fours. Like they have me moving because the epidural, it isn't really like it's working, but it's not really working. If that makes sense. So
like you were numb, but like you could still move.
Yes.
Okay.
I could still like put my feet down and like swim. Like I could get up and walk if I needed to. Like I could put weight on it. But it just felt like when your legs get numb.
Yeah, like when your leg falls asleep.
Yeah, your leg falls asleep and I get like this tinging sensation. Like that is what I felt. That's it. Like, but I could still like do everything.
No, my legs were like 100 pounds.
Yeah, no, I got on all fours. Fast forward. So I'm ready to schedule this C-section.
Yeah.
And they're doing a shift change, which was our OG nurse from the night before that we bonded with because her ex-boyfriend worked at Shalotsky's, which is where Alex and I met.
Oh,
so,
my God.
And we hated him.
Small world.
Such a small world. So we all bonded over that because we had mutual hate for someone. So we were like, sweet.
You said, twin flame.
Yeah, we're like, we all been traumatized by him, buddy. Like, this is great. We're meant to be. You're meant to be my nurse.
Yeah.
So she comes on for the night and she says, okay, so I got all the updates. I'm ready. I'm just tired over this. Like, let's get it done. And she's like, okay. And I said, but like something weird is happening. Like something weird is happening. Like I feel something going on.
Pressure.
I feel pain. Like I now
pressure or just pain?
Pain, pressure, like pain.
Oh wow.
Like it felt like I was like it felt like I was in pain and I needed to push it out of my body. Like it hurt so bad and the only thing I needed to do was reject it out of my body. So I'm like, I need to get this out. Like, and the only way to get it out is to just get it out.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, let me check you before we roll you back. And I'm like, okay. And mind you, I've been literally nothing this whole time, like maybe a 2. Yeah. And so, and she checked me and I was a 10. And she just like looked at me and she's like, you did it, mama. You did it. And I was like, oh, my body's working. Like, I was so proud of myself. Finally, like my body was catching up and she's like, we don't need to wheel you back. Let me go get the doctor and let's get this baby. And she said, don't push yet. Just hold on tight. But I didn't listen. So I'm just sitting there like, like feeling it because my body's just
your
like.
body also naturally pushes.
Yeah, and I'm like, get it out. Like this pain was something I can't describe, but it was painful.
Ooh.
But I'm also gaslighting myself because I'm like, you have the epidural. Like, this is normal.
Oh
like,
my god.
This is just little pressure.
She's like, this isn't the full blown thing because I have the epidural
Yeah.
in my back.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't clicking the button.
I was like gaslighting myself. I'm like, you're being a pussy right now. Like, this is just pressure. They're just telling you it's pressure. This is just pressure. As I'm like in the most pain I've ever experienced in my entire life. So they start prepping, and now it's my time to shine. And I'm like, I'm gonna get this baby out, and I'm gonna yeet that thing out.
Yeah.
So, because I'm like, finally, it's my time to shine. Like, moment. And so I 2 pushes and I get him out. And Alex
Heck
beforehand, he said, "There's so much hair," and I'm like thinking, oh. Thanks.
He's like, talking about the kitty cat.
I said, this is your moment to tell me? Like, in front of my doctor and the nurse? Like, rude.
Rude.
Little did I know, it was Franklin, and he had a mop of hair. Like, he came out with a comb over, and he was so handsome and healthy.
He was saying Franklin had a lot of hair.
He was saying Frankie had a lot of hair. And
not that it was a lot of hair.
Yeah, he didn't. He wasn't talking about that moose knuckle of mine.
Yeah. It wasn't about you, Miranda.
It wasn't about me, I guess.
It's about the child.
Franklin was born, and he came out crying, and we were not prepared. Not even a little bit. We didn't do, I mean, I feel like we did a little research, but we were kind of just like out of sight, out of mind.
Did you do more research on like babies than labor?
No, actually, I feel like it was all a lie and we didn't do any research.
Oh, okay.
I feel like we just raw dogged it.
Okay.
We thought, how hard can it be? Can't be that hard.
Dang.
And then he came out crying, and we didn't even know how to swaddle. I was so tired, so I was just sleeping. And I was like,
I did my job.
yeah,
I'm
I
out.
said, I can't. I got my cheeseburger. I went straight to bed. Literally, nom, 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 night.
Yeah.
And then I just remember, like, coming to, and, like, Alex was like, this is my time to shine now. So he has different blankets, and each time I come to, he's, like, trying to swaddle Franklin as Franklin just screaming his head off. He has a YouTube video propped up on his phone of how to swaddle a baby, this method, and he's sitting there watching it. And I'd pass out, then I wake back up, different position, different video, different blanket. Franklin's still screaming his head off, and he's still trying to figure out how to swallow this poor baby. And I think finally the nurses came in and were like,
let me help you, dude.
yeah, let me just swaddle that baby real quick. And
oh my gosh.
yeah. And then
he got it down, though, eventually.
Yeah. And I feel like I suffered with the worst, like, postpartum anxiety ever after Franklin was born.
Yeah, it's a thing.
It was absolutely a thing. All I would think about, especially with COVID going around, is just, like, germs coming off of someone's hand and, like, going onto him. So I just hermited in my house and didn't leave.
Yeah. I mean, valid, though.
Yeah.
Because...
And I'll always say, like, during that whole time, Kaylee, my sister, my sister-in-law, I would tell her these things that were absolutely obscene and crazy, and she would not only validate me, but she would, like, make it seem like I was right.
Yeah.
Like, and so now I tell everyone when I meet them, or not when I meet them, anyone special in my life that gets pregnant, I'm always like, I will be your Kaylee. Like, whatever you say, there's no such thing as too much.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no TMI.
Yeah.
Nothing is crazy to me. I'm your Kaylee. Whatever you hand to me,
I'm going to support.
I will.
Yeah.
And the things that I said to Kaylee, she would be like, I know now, like, if I said it, she'd be like, shut up, you're being dramatic. But in that moment,
when you're pregnant,
when I needed her in afterbirth, like,
oh yeah,
there was no, like, you're being a little crazy. It was like, no, absolutely. Yep. Nope. I get it.
Didn't
Yep. Been through that. Not even a question. Especially when I was like, germs are calling onto him. She's like, yeah, I can see it. Maybe. She's probably like texting the helpline.
Yeah.
Like, check on this, Mom. She a little crazy.
This one got the PA, the postpartum anxiety.
But she would just tell me, she'd be like, oh, if you feel that way, he's always eating. He's always eating. Or he'd just ate. Just keep him in that kangaroo pouch. Always feed him. Always tell people, oh, he just ate, sorry. Like, that was her thing. And anytime I had to, like, go in the back room and feed little Frankie, she would just, like, my little duckling, come with me. And she would just sit there and and she's the biggest, I should start. She is the biggest baby person in this entire world. Like,
Aw.
those baby toes, she's eating them.
Eating them up.
And she never once did that. I mean, there's times she did, but, like, when he was freshly born, I knew it was eating away at her, and she never did. And I think it was just out of respect of, like, my anxiety and me.
Yeah,
being,
she
like,
knew what you were going through.
and so when we were sitting there feeding, I could only imagine, now that I'm, like, the baby person, too, like, I'm like, give me those little toys, give me the little baby, you know? Like, if she was
can't just sit next to a baby and not be like,
oh, yeah, or seeing the mom, like, going through that and just being like, I know what you're going through, give me that baby and go sleep. Like, me, I'd be like.
Especially, we're going to say so many times, especially when it's your first.
Oh, when it's your first. Like,
yeah, you're like, no.
Yeah, I'm like, don't touch it, you can't, you don't know how to do the next.
You don't know how to do it. Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing. Like, what are you talking about? This is my baby. Like, something goes through us hormonally, at least for me. And never once did she, like, have to put me in a situation where I felt like I had to, like, and I'm such a people pleaser too, but, like, make me uncomfortable. Like, she never once did that.
Was like, are you sure you don't want me to take him?
Yeah, like, never. Yeah. She understood my boundaries, I guess, and, like, never once pressed them.
Just off the rip.
Yeah. Off the rip, not.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. And
That's
there was,
best.
like, it was a different time. It was a hard time, especially with him being COVID, and he had so many nieces and nephews, because also Kaylee's not new to it. She's true to motherhood. Like, she's the OG of mothers.
Hopefully she'll be on the pod.
I hope so. I'm going to get her on here.
Yeah. I love that beach.
So, yeah, me too. Me too. This is turned into the Kaylee talk. You watch her not even watch it. She's going to.
Oh, my God. She's
gonna
literally
watch it.
only this, like, 2 minutes of us just, like, ranting about her.
Yeah, I'm going to make it seem like we're shit-talking her, so that way she has to stay tuned. It's just going to be little teasers of, like, Kaylee. And she's going to be like...
And she's like, and now I have to watch the whole video.
Yeah. I'm going to do a bad edit. No. But, yeah, there was with Frankie being COVID, there was a time that... because it was all during lock time. We went to his dad's house for Thanksgiving, and he had, like, all his cousins there,
family.
Overstimulated. The moment we walked into that house, that kid was screaming his head off, and there was no...
That's probably his first time being around people.
Any other humans and kids. I mean, not really, but maybe. I don't remember. And, yeah, he just screamed the whole time, and then I dipped out in, like, 20 minutes. I said, yeah, I'm leaving. This is not working, which... they all respected, and even Kaylee was like, Kaylee was like, I'm pretty sure she brought us food after it was done. Like, swung to our house, dropped us off food, and went home. And never once was like, just give me that baby and you go sit down. Like, didn't, because that's what I would have done. Like, in this scenario of who I am now.
Yeah, you think about it now. And
yeah,
you're
I'm like, I would have just taken the baby and rocked the baby. But, like, she knew who I was and how anxious I was. She was just like, no, whatever you got to do. Like, help me pack the baby, and brought us food after it was done.
So sweet,
and just... But thank you guys for tuning in for this episode. Like, subscribe, follow. Yes. Our Instagram is Moms Next Door Podcast, and our TikTok is Moms Next Door Podcast. So we put little teasers on there, so we hope you guys follow those and like those and share them if you want. But thank you for tuning in this Monday, and have a safe, happy Halloween if you celebrate it.
Yeah, love you guys.